Bud Williams used to say that we have three things in our inventory: money, grass, and livestock. Bud was right. In the Ranching for Profit School, we give people tools to manage these three inventories. We use a stock flow plan to show the movement of animals into and out of the herd. We use a cash flow forecast to show the movement of money into and out of the business. And we use a grazing chart to show the accumulation of forage through the year. This is a stock flow. Starting with the opening inventory for each class of animals in the herd, we show births, deaths, purchases, sales, and transfers out from one class to another. For example, some heifer calves might be kept for breeding, so at weaning, those will transfer to the H1 class. We transfer the H1s that are confirmed pregnant to the H2 class, and we might transfer the H2s that wean a calf and get pregnant with their second calf into the cow class. Now, with the stock flow, we can project with reasonable accuracy our closing inventory. So, with that information, we know how much supplement we're going to need, how many ear tags we're going to have to buy, how much vaccine we'll use, and we know all that 6 months to a year before we need any of it. Now, once we've completed the stock flow, we have the information we need to project a cash flow. The cash flow shows when income will come in and when expenses will go out, item by item, month by month. I remember describing a cash flow at a Ranching for Profit school once as a tool that puts you in control of your business. I said, it's the steering wheel for your business, so get out of the passenger seat and get behind the wheel and take control of your business. One person commented, passenger seat? Heck, I've been bound and gagged in the trunk. Well, regardless of where you are, in the passenger seat or in the trunk, the cash flow, more than any other tool, puts you in control of your business. And finally, the grazing chart. We use the grazing chart to show the carrying capacity of pastures, the constraints that we might encounter during the grazing season, and to plan grazing. I like to use these big laminated charts. It makes it a lot easier for everyone to participate in the planning process, and it's a lot easier for people to see where animals are supposed to be at any particular time. The chart shows our estimate of capacity for each pasture. It shows how we plan to use these pastures through the year. We can show constraints like a tank that goes dry late in the summer, or a pasture that has a problem with larkspur or some other poisonous plant in the spring. We can show things like the calving season that has an impact on every pasture, or the breeding season. We can plan around these potential problems simply by drawing a line through these issues, and then we show where the herd's going to be at any particular time by drawing that in too. Now, the stock flow, the cash flow, the grazing chart, these are all valuable planning tools, but they're also records. On the stock flow, we use the white rows to make our projections and the gray rows to enter the actuals. On the cash flow, we show the projected amount for income and expenses for each month in the first row for that month. We show actual income and expenses in the second row. We use the third row to show the difference between the projected budget and the actual income or expenses. And then we use the fourth row to track the cumulative difference since the year began. We do something similar on the grazing chart. On the paper chart, we plan in pencil and record the actual in pen. Whether it's the laminated chart or the paper chart, we show our projected graze period with a single line. On the laminated chart, we show the actual by shading out the whole row. And then we show the number of days actually spent in that paddock here to the left of the shaded area. We make a quick calculation of the stock days of forage actually used in stock days per acre, and we record that just to the right of the shaded area. So we keep track of how much we've actually grazed. And then finally, one final notation to show whether in our judgment the pasture has been used lightly, moderately, or heavily. Now, at the Ranching for Profit School, we tell people that records are a waste of time. They're a waste of time if they aren't specific, timely, and comparable to a plan. The stock flow, the cash flow, and the grazing chart, specific, timely, and you can't get much easier to compare the actual results to the plan than by keeping the plan and the record on the same chart. Stock flow, cash flow, grazing chart. 3 indispensable tools if you're ranching for profit.